Welcome back, everyone. It's Keisha, and I'm going to be discussing a new topic over the next couple of weeks, and that topic is polyamory. And we're going to take a deeper look at polyamorous relationships and get a better understanding of why we have a increase, I would say, in the numbers of people who are actually entering polyamorous relationships. And we see that we have a lot more of our millennial generation and the Gen Z individuals who are subscribing to being in a polyamorous relationship. And really, let's just take a look. What is polyamory? And that's basically where you're involved with multiple people simultaneously. However, all individuals are consenting and fully aware. There's transparency, there's openness, there's trust with polyamory and these polyamorous relationships. There's a lot of different variables when you look at polyamorous relationships. You have certain individuals that might be a lady, say for instance, is dating guy A, and she's dating guy B, and she's dating guy C. However, she might just be living with guy A and having more of a fundamental relationship as we know it, where they live together, they pay their bills together, they are sexually involved. Whereas the other two guys, she is not sharing in her financial and more personal life decisions, but all of the men are aware of each other and they consent to being in a relationship with the same woman at the same time. Okay. You also could have the scenario where you have a man who has his, what they call a nesting partner, his primary woman that he's in a relationship with. And he's also in a relationship with another woman who also is in a relationship with that woman. So they're all dating each other at the same time. And so in another separate video, I'll break down those different dynamics, but you have so many different variations of polyamorous relationships. And if you just look at this picture right here, I captured some of them where you could have people who are all dating one another, or you can have, like I said, two people or three people dating one person. Everyone, it's consensual. Everyone involved knows of each other, but it's, like I said, just the different variations. But what I find so interesting are the number of individuals from the baby boomer generation, okay, individuals born in the 40s and the early 50s, actually to the late 50s. And then you have Gen X, which is my generation, from the 60s and the 70s. Not really too much involved with polyamorous relationships. Until recently, you see that there's an increase in numbers of baby boomers that are even subscribing to it, but more so Gen X and then Gen Y, which we know those are the millennials. They are the first generation to really welcome the idea and embrace it. And so you find that monogamous relationships are not as popular amongst the millennials. Gen Z, they definitely are like, whatever to monogamy. So that's something else that I'll delve more into with the later videos. But definitely there's an increase in non-monogamous relationships from the early 2000s to current. So for the last 20 years, that's what we're finding. Another interesting dynamic of polyamorous relationships is the breakdown of mutual agreement between each partner. each person involved. And I know that with polygamy, you have numerous spouses. One person is married to numerous people. And polyamorous, not too many of the people involved are agreeing to marriage. They want the open relationship, quote unquote, open relationship that we've heard that term used. And now the polyamorous relationship concept is as accurate to what an open relationship, in my estimation, of course. I don't know how everyone else would feel about that, but open relationship status seems like, for me, that you're open to being able to be with more than one person. Non-monogamous is open for me, because I'm thinking, okay, if you're with one person in I don't know if it's necessarily always considered committed, but more exclusive relationship. If you're with someone in a more exclusive relationship, then the possibility of seeing someone else just seems like it's just open, you know. However, watching a couple of videos and interviews of individuals that are participating in a polyamorous relationship, they will clearly say that they consider this exclusive, that they're not open to just dating any and everyone, that they are specifically committed to the individuals that are involved. And they have this consent to be with only these individuals. And if something were to change, then yes, they have to have a discussion and an agreement has to be made as to any changes. So I guess it isn't as open as the term I know we've used over the years would refer to, in terms of open to just going out and dating whoever you want as you please. I mean, they have more understanding, more respect, more discipline in the fact that they will agree on what the terms and who's going to be involved. Now, there's so many other, like I said, variables when you talk about polyamorous relationships, as far as they have a term called fluid bonding, individuals who are in the relationship and who actually are having unprotected sex versus those who they're not having unprotected sex, so that would not be a fluid bonded part of the relationship for those individuals. It's just a lot. So I definitely, like I said, will be breaking down a couple videos over the next couple of weeks, so we could just really dissect and look at it. I really want to have everyone give me their feedback as to if you've ever heard of this. What are your thoughts about this? Would you want to be part of a polyamorous relationship? And it's clear that this is the direction that a lot of younger people are going. They're going in the direction of being with multiple people. They said it's a lot more harmonious. For the videos that I've watched on polyamorous relationships, the people involved said that it's a lot more harmonious. They feel there's more trust, there's a lot more respect, and it just works well. It's a lot more fluid for them. So that was interesting as well. And the concept of monogamy, they said it's just not realistic. They do not see that being with one person for the unforeseeable future, or foreseeable future, shall I say, is realistic. For the remainder of your adult life, especially to marry just one person and live your life with that one person. More and more individuals are migrating away from that. And that's another thing I want to dissect and look at from the perspective of someone who's been married. I've been married, had my children, then I was remarried. And so I believed in monogamy clearly And I have some views about polyamory as being understandable to a certain degree. It's just that I don't know how that would work, me being in that type of relationship. I don't know that I would be able to be involved with multiple people. I don't know. And this is clearly just based on my upbringing, my belief system, subscribe to the monogamous concept. So, as you can see, baby boomer to Gen X to millennial generation, how the numbers shifted and who's interested in actually participating in non-monogamous relationships. It shifted from the baby boomer generation, not by a lot, but enough. So these are a couple of the different terms, like I was saying, that we'll break down in the other videos. But you have the nesting partner, which is that live-in partnership, okay, and that's typically the primary partner. You have the triad, or also known as thruples. You have 3 people which are all in a relationship with one another. You have the V, the polygamous, the compersion, the fluid bond. I mean, like I said, there's several different terms. So we'll dissect and get into this. And like I said, y'all comment, let me know what y'all think. Thank y'all so much for being patient with Sherry and I. We've taken just about a year off, just life things that typically we go through in life. Sherry and I both have been going through our own individual things. So we're back full force. Thank y'all for being patient and just rocking with us. So until next time, I do thank you for joining us on this journey to an enlightened pathway. Bye.